just followed you back.
You can put a recorder if you want to on this. I already did on the live. We're going live already, so we're good. Hold on. Are you ready, JJ?
1 second. I'm
Hold
going
on.
it again. It wasn't.
Down there?
So next time I have like a while we have an event, nobody's allowed to be within a cup in their hand.
Oh, that's good.
Like
So we'll let them know. Yeah.
And I'm not gonna let you got like a little bit in their cup.
Gotcha. We're about to be ready, guys. Y'all seeing us live? Just hold on 1 minute. Then we got the other camera, so we're recording. We're about to go. 3, 2, 1. We're ready. What's up, guys? They're going live, and over here we're recording it too. So hope everybody's having an amazing Thursday, man. I know I am, and I'm excited. I'm amazed to have the man right here, man. JJ Simmons. I've been letting them know just let them know how we met, man.
We met at the Damon Joint event, right?
Yeah.
At the book signing. On 1960 on the north side, and we connected. You know, it's so amazing because most of the people I met at that event that day, we still been in touch. A good friend of mine, Mr. Billy Martinez, he brought both of my copies of both of my books. And another guy, Jeff, who worked with Sylvester Turner. He was at that event that day. So yeah, it was a very profitable event. You know, I connected with a lot of people, networked with a lot of people, and we've been trying to put this together since.
Yes, we have.
So
man.
I don't know how long that was like. It was winter time.
Yep.
It was winter time, so it's been a minute. So we finally made it happen.
Oh yeah. It was. I was about to leave. Telling you the truth, I was about to leave, and I came back and I said, something told me, you know, there's always a force out there. If you believe in God, I said I gotta talk to him. Because I was leaving, I said, I have to talk to him. I got to know what he does. I just felt his energy when I was leaving. So there, oh man, I'm JJ Simmons. He had his shirt, the hashtag, what was it? Yeah, you had self-employed. And from there, we hit it off. We did a little small video. And then from there, since then, we've been talking. And since then, I wanted to have an interview with him, but we'd be both busy. Yeah. It's been like, yeah, next week. And then he got his books out, and he's out there hustling with his kids. Man, his kids are amazing, man. Next time, I'm going to interview his kids. I know that for sure.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I would definitely love that.
Oh, yeah, man. It's just...
We got a video right now on social media. Almost got like 84,000 views.
Wow.
Grant Cardone, when we went out there by Grant put him on... got like 84,000 on Facebook, like 12,000 on YouTube, 45,000 on Instagram. It's a lot of views out there, man. I'm very grateful for that video. Them kids worked with me this summer. They made like $1,500 a piece, selling books with me, selling CDs, selling my shirts. So I'm teaching them. Actually, that's what my new book is about. It's called Thank God My Daddy Taught Us Entrepreneurship. So we writing a book together, man, and hopefully I know it's going to help a lot of parents develop the entrepreneurship gifts in their kids. Oh, yeah. You know, so I think it's a very significant book because the way the world is today, you know, when Toys R Us went out of business, that really got my attention, you know, because I believe you got to have a skill, man. You got to learn how to sell, you know, because these jobs today, you know, because of technology, no job is safe. And I believe these kids in today's time, you know, they got to have some kind of skills to bring to the world. And if you don't have that, you know, you're gonna suffer hunger. So I'm trying to avoid that in my children, you know.
Oh yeah, I have a question right at the top. So how before all these books and everything, what like brought you up to speed and said, you know, there's more to do. There's more in this world that I gotta do than the 9 to 5, 7 to 3, whatever you want to call it. What? Yeah, 7 to 3, 9 to 5, right? You know, all this overnight work. Yeah. What was it that whoever you saw, that mentor, whoever that said, you know what, I gotta do this, man. I gotta step up the game and figure out what I gotta do to fulfill my destiny and protect my family.
Well, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. I used to be a hip hop rapper, back in the day. Excuse me. I was part of a group named Kings of the Round Table, and it was me and a buddy of mine. We was in a rap group together, and then I split off. I went solo, and my hip hop name was King You Highness. So I came to Houston as a local hip hop artist after Hurricane Katrina, and Texas Texas paved the way for rappers selling their CDs out the back of their trunk, and I always would hear about that. So I came out here and I tried it, and I started selling. I was like, oh my God, I don't need a job. And I was selling so much, and I was doing the math because I was a waiter. I worked all kind of jobs in New Orleans. I worked at every fast food restaurant. I worked a lot of jobs in the French Quarter. And you ever been to New Orleans?
No, man.
Okay, the French Quarter is like where all the restaurants at. That's where all the chaos happens at in New Orleans. Okay, yeah. So I'm in Houston and I'm selling my music out the trunk, and I was like, I don't need no job. So it started from the hip hop industry from back then, before I gave my life to God. So I'm out here selling these musics, these CDs, and then I got called Hot TV. And that's what kind of God gave me, they gave me my start in front of a camera. Okay, so I'm hosting, I'm interviewing all kind of people, interviewing local celebrities, interviewing club owners, and I was like, man, I can really do this. I was a natural. And then all of a sudden, because I was on TV every Friday night, the local hip hop radio show, one of the guys named Mean Green, he saw me on there, he heard a record that I had, and he put me on the radio 17 weeks in a row. So that's where my entrepreneurship journey started from my hip hop days. So like I talk about in my new book, is that what I didn't understand back then that I understand now, that I wasn't just a rapper. I was a rapper that was an entrepreneur first. Okay, and we have a lot of artists that are just, they're in love with the music, but they don't know how to sell the music. So eventually, if you can't sell what it is that you're doing, you ain't gonna make no money. Then eventually you're gonna have to go back to your job. So a lot of people suffer from that, but that's my story. That's how I got my entrepreneurship gift or skills developed from my hip hop days. Yeah.
That is awesome. I didn't know that. It's good that I had that question when I was driving here. I said, man, I gotta ask him what, because I follow him and I see his story and I knew that a little bit of his background, but I was like, what was it that you brought him up to him? Because I was like, what did he work before? Did he work before? Did he just,
My last job was in 2005 at a restaurant, a real popular restaurant in New Orleans called Cafe Du Monde.
Cafe Du Monde.
Yeah, I was a waiter at Cafe Du Monde. That was 2005.
Did you learn from working as a?
Man, I learned a lot. Thank God I was a waiter, because it taught me how to adapt to all personalities. When you're a waiter, you're a speaker. You're a speaker. You're going up to people. If they're having a good day, a bad day, they're looking for you to fumble. To not give you a tip, whatever the case might be. So it taught me how to communicate with people and how to get answers from people and how to just adapt to all personalities.
And it's amazing because I worked as a waiter too. I worked in the restaurant business for about 6-7 years.
Yeah.
But when I started, man, I didn't want to talk to nobody, dude.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. That wasn't for me. But I needed a job.
Yeah.
So I need to make some money. Ends up, what am I doing here? What? I don't got no money.
Yeah.
And somebody just gave me an opportunity.
Yeah.
And I went in there. I remember the first day too. It was on a Saturday, dude.
Okay.
Packed.
Okay.
Super packed. I got home. I was living with my parents, and I said, Mom, I ain't going back. My legs hurt. She's like, your legs hurt? What you talking about?
Yeah.
You going back?
Yeah.
And she's like, you going back? You telling me that just because your legs hurt, you ain't going back to work?
Yeah.
I said, oh man, but I can't do it. I said, I can't talk to people. It's shy. I don't know what to tell them. Well, you gotta learn. Follow the leaders that are out there. Ask them questions.
Yeah.
And that's how it started, man. I followed the leaders, asked them questions, and I became better than them.
Wow.
Then I became the master, and then I actually took care of a restaurant. Wow. So like my dream at that time when I was 18 and 19 was to own a restaurant, and I actually did. I partnered up with the owner, but man, those times were where you're young, you were just, money was just wasting on clubs, strip club, you name it.
Yeah.
I did it and done that.
Yeah.
I don't really care that's the past. Now I'm in the future.
Yeah.
So now it's like I gotta do what I gotta do best for it. Like you just said, you got a skill, man. What? I use it, man. What are you waiting for?
That's right.
Or if you haven't find that skill, well, try it. What it is that you think it's a skill, and ask for help, ask for advice, man.
That's right.
There's so many people out there that can help you.
That's right.
A lot. So another question is, so after all that you did, so what brought you up to be like, man, I gotta write a book. I gotta tell the people out there that I'm JJ Simmons. and I gotta tell them what I do, what I become, and that, you know, it's me, you know, my story. So what was that deal? Like, what opened your thing and said, hey man, I gotta write this book?
Man, I can give you multiple answers, but I can admit the number one answer would be is that the first book, Principle, Participation, Promise, it solved the problem in my life. So I write my books based on what problems I have had and what problems I have solved in my personal life. So this was a real revelation to me. You know, this is a Christian book, Principle. This book is basically about, we have many principles inside the Bible, but you got to participate.
True.
Participation in order to get the promise. So when you apply the principle automatically positions you for the promise. So when I first became a Christian, I didn't understand that. So I was having a very, very difficult time, and I began to have this belief that maybe God was holding stuff back from me, not realizing that I was the problem, that I had to participate, I had to do my part. So like I tell people, when people ask me about this book, I tell them God inspired this book, but I wrote the book. Okay? Yeah, God inspired it, but God inspired a lot of people, but very few people do something with it. So it solved the problem. So when I caught this was in 2010 actually when I learned this. Unfortunately, it took me 5 years to put it in the book, which it didn't have to. But one day I remember I was preaching at a church in Columbus, Texas. And in the middle of the sermon, the word principle, participation, promise, it hit me, and I was like, oh my God. And I told my wife, I said, write that down. Something very, very unique. And I went home a few days later and I put it in the book, man. And that's what happened. So I problem, because I figured if it was somebody else's problem, if it was my problem, most likely it's somebody else's problem. Man. Okay, so that's what I'm doing, man. I'm writing books because they solve the problem in my life. And I know based on that intel that it can solve somebody else's problem.
Hold on a second, guys. It's amazing, man. What like I said, anybody can write a book.
Yeah, that's right.
Like I'm writing my book, and it's just I'm stuck in somewhere. But now seeing him and going to his third book, and then Sharon Lee Zapata going her third book, I'm like, man, Jesus, what are you doing, man? Man, I kick yourself in the butt. Sometimes you gotta kick your own self in the butt, man, and be like, hey, man, what's up? And you gotta be up to it. And always be happy, man. I always have that positive.
Yeah.
I know that we're humans. I know that we have emotions. Those are things that nobody's got to take. God put that for us. So I tell people when I meet them and we have meetings, I'm like, hey, man, if you wake up sad, are you going to show that to everybody else, that you're sad, that you're angry? No, right?
No, absolutely.
You got to stand up and be a man or a woman and be like, okay, I don't want to show my team, my family, or anything that I feel that way.
Yeah.
But if they read you and they feel that, then start asking questions, then you can actually tell them. But don't push it to them and be telling them that, oh man, I'm sad, and I feel because it's Tuesday. None of that, man. That's negativity. and I don't think none of that. And so if I wake up sad, I woke up sad, I'm not gonna show it up. I'm gonna be the same dude. I'm gonna go out there and do what I gotta do. And I'm not gonna show it. And some way through the day, I watch a YouTube video. It's a Grant Cardone or Gary Vaynerchuk, and then I pray to God again, and then little bit by little bit, I'm becoming positive again, and positive until I'm back there and positive. So I'm back to good mode, but I'm not showing nobody.
That's right.
I'm not showing nobody. So I just want to let you know. So don't show it. You yourself find that way in you that you become positive again. Man, we're humans, man. We gotta make mistakes, and you gotta feel big. That's number one thing. You gotta feel big, so you understand where you're going through. Because if you never fail, you're never going to taste the waters, man.
That's right.
I'm telling you, man. And everybody has a story. Everybody. So then I have this question. So then when you finish writing that first book, what did it just tell you? Like, I got to write the second one. I got to write the third. Do you already have like...
I did. The idea for the second book probably was like a few weeks. I don't remember the exact detail right now, but I know it was immediately. And what happened for me is that because it took me 2 years to write the first one, I didn't want to take that long to do the second one, so I immediately started writing, immediately. And, one thing I talk about in this second book is that when you become a finisher, you can trace what you did, okay? So because I discovered the formula to writing the book, I said, you know what, I'm gonna just duplicate it. I'm gonna do it, and it's not gonna take me 2 years. So yeah, the second book I did it in 60 days.
60 days.
Yeah,
Man.
and this book has way more pages, and it's just more in this one than the first one. But yeah, I did it in 60 days.
You publish it yourself?
Yeah, self-published, absolutely. Yeah, I'm King Kong.
Oh, that's what that's where I'm stuck, dude. That I'm like, oh man, I don't want to finish it because I don't know where to publish it.
That's what most people get stuck with, and that's the problem I'm solving. I just created a product with me coaching people, helping them write their first book in 60 days. And like we was just talking with Zapata, it's man, self-published. You don't need Barnes and Noble today. Thank God for Amazon. You don't need. I talk about that, man. You got to learn how to simplify the complicated and not complicate the simple. And I was telling a client of mine today, stop focusing on the editing. Don't worry about that right now. Write the book first. Once you write the book, I'm going to direct you on what you need next. People, they want to know, it's just focus on one thing at a time. It's good to have all this other, questions, but so many people get paralyzed in that. Write the book, finish the book. You do one part, then, God revealed the next step and the next step and the next step. Stop trying to understand everything from jump, which is understandable. But if this is your problem and it scares you because you've never been down this road before, it's going to hold you up.
Man, that's so true. That's why I got to finish my book.
Yeah, just finish the book.
And I'm going to finish
it. You got enough people in your life. You figure it out.
Man, I'll figure it out. I know I'm definitely going to finish. I put my mindset that I will finish it up before the end of this year.
There you go, bam.
And then we got Big back here, and he's going to interview me.
He's on.
Woo!
Amen.
It's a gift, man. Like, another question is that when you started out the book and everything, did you ever thought that you were gonna have a family, or you got into it? How did you get into having a family? Like after you rap and then you entrepreneur, you find your wife, and then. Man,
I have a CD that I sell on the street with me teaching on it.
Oh, if you don't mind asking you don't mind asking about your family and stuff like that.
No, it's okay, boss. It's okay.
Because I have people that they don't like talking.
Really?
About. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nah. I had a CD with me. It was a Christian CD with me preaching at the end of it, and I remember in 2008, God spoke to me and told me to focus on these CDs, and everything I wanted in my life was going to come from these CDs. And my wife, we met at a Kroger. She brought a CD from me. So that's how we met. And then me and her just connected, and, we went out a few times and made a baby, and here we are today, So we got married in 2015 or 14, Lord Jesus. No, it was 2014. 2014. And, we're a blended family. She had 2 daughters. I have 3 boys, and we made one together. So it's 6 kids in my house, bro. It's insane. So, yeah, that's how we met. She brought a disc from me.
Did you say 6 kids?
6 kids in my house.
So that means I haven't seen the other 3? Because I seen the 3 boys when we went to church.
No, you haven't. You
Oh,
probably haven't seen the baby. The youngest one is 3. And we have 2 girls. Actually, Zoe was with us that night at the Dame and John event. I don't know if you remember the little girl that was with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I just had one of my sons with me that night. I had Jordan with me.
You just had him, yeah.
Yeah,
when
so
you invited me to go to church. That's where I met the other 2 boys. There were the 3.
Okay, did you? Okay,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we have a young. There's so many of them, bro. It's hard.
But they're very respectful, though.
Oh, they
telling you
better
the
be.
truth, man. When I met him and he introduced me to his kids, I used to be a teacher, so when he met them, they were very respectful. They knew how to talk because he's teaching them the ways.
Correct.
That's what I say. If you got something, you got a gift. Like we said, the job is never secure. Why don't we start teaching our kids? They don't have to, do what we do. But if they, they got, man, they have their mind of their own. Some of them want to write a book already. Some of them want to have a YouTube because they know how to draw. They have a skill.
Yeah.
So why we are not supporting them as a parent? I see that a lot, that us as parents, I know not us, but I see a lot of our other parents.
Unfortunately, because some parents have never discovered their own gift. So when you have a parent that has never discovered their own gift, and a kid has a gift, they don't know what, and that's very understandable. And that's why I'm writing the 3rd book, to help parents solve that problem. Because everybody is born with a gift, okay? But most parents never discover their own gift, So when they see their kid with the gift, they just, they don't matter. Sometimes they don't even recognize it.
It's sad.
They don't even, and this is sad, but it is a reality. So once again, I'm writing this book to solve a problem, because I thank God that I do have something for my kids to do as an entrepreneur, because they could have, if I wouldn't have been doing what I'm doing, most likely those gifts would have just kind of like died within them, because I wouldn't have had nothing to put them in to develop it, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So because I have a vehicle already, they can just fall in place. That's why I was able to put my book in my kid's hand and say, look, this is the pitch. This is what you're going to say when you walk up to somebody. Excuse me, that's my daddy right there. This is his book. Boom, 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 boom. We sell them for... So it's I already had the vehicle. Thank God.
Tell the audience what you tell your kids, man. I forgot, but I want to remember that you got those numbers. That number 1, you smile. Number 2,
the 7 rules to the sale. Yeah.
7 rules to the sale. Man, the kids do that. Man.
Yeah. They mastered that. Yeah. They phenomenal. Number 1, don't be scared. Number 2, look people in the eye. Number 3, smile. Number 4, don't be scared to ask for the sale. Number 5, we take card. Number 6, donations. Number 7, focus on the next sale. So this is 7 steps that I have helped them to make sales. And it works. Like I tell them all the time, man, just stick to the script. Stick to the pitch. Don't change it. I don't need you taking away or adding to it. And it works. And they work it, and it sells. It works.
There's no need to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes it's already out there. So why would you want to, push yourself and be like, I gotta start all over again when there's stuff already there, and you can start doing it and follow the leaders and ask, man. Like me, I'm not afraid to talk. I love speaking to people, and I had to ask him. I look for leaders. I show up with leaders, and I asked them, hey, can I interview you? But I don't go out there and say, hey, JJ, can you be? No, man. I feel build relationships, connections. Then I wait up time, and then I can ask him, because it's just not right to be just going him and just letting him know that, hey, can you just do an interview? Yeah. That's not the right way to go. It's like, man, this dude never asked hi. He didn't say, how you doing, sir? He didn't even say my name. He didn't even look at my eyes. So how do you think I'm gonna buy your things when I don't even know you and you're not being respectful? So learn that. It's a tip right there. Whenever you do something, you gotta respect that person, but first you gotta respect yourself and believe in yourself. Even if you don't believe in God, you don't believe in nobody, you have to believe in yourself, because you're the one that is pushing yourself to make a better life for yourself. Amen. And no one's gonna do it for you. You go out there and look at the mirror tonight and say, who's gonna do what you gotta do? Who's in the mirror? You, right? That's right. So if you gotta write a book, or you said, damn it, man, I gotta take a leap of faith. I believe in myself. I want to start my own company. Then damn, sorry about the language, start it tomorrow. Right? Why wait? I did it. And look at me, man. I've been putting in work, sleepless nights, and I know he's been doing too. Man, and it feels so good when you go out there, have meetings, and you close those deals, and you're like, damn, God, thank you. It's me. It's me. But why? Why is this happening? Ask that yourself. It's happening because I'm putting in the work. I am. And people that quit and they put in the work, that's because they're thinking of short terms. We're thinking about long terms. Yeah, we're going to get those short, sweet terms. That's good. Couple of grand there. But we're looking for the long term.
That's right.
And you gotta have patience. And I mean patience, but put it in the work. Not patience sitting down here like me and me and JJ Simmons be like, hey JJ, let's just sit down here. Man, somebody's gonna come right now, not gonna give us $5 million for your book and for coaching. You think that shit's gonna happen? Sorry about the language again. That ain't gonna happen, man. That's just another book that we gotta write together, right? Yeah, see, I'm telling you, man, everything happens because you put your mindset into it.
That's right. I'm with you, boss. I agree.
And I mean, I love what I do, and I thank God for everything that I'm into now. I'm grateful for what He has put me in here. And I know that Mr. JJ Simmons is grateful for what he's doing right now, because he's in a row. He's on fire, just like I am too. It happens, man, when it's just boom, boom, boom. A domino effect, but a positive domino effect, not a negative.
That's right, brother.
So I just want you to, man, thank you for everything. And I just want you to, it's grateful to meet you. And I know that we're going to end up doing something together, even if it's an event or workshop or whatever it is. Yes, go out there and speak, even to 100,000 people. Me and him are not afraid to speak to people, man. You can see that already. and I'm not. You could put me and him tomorrow with 1,000 people on the stage, and we got it. Without not a script or anything, we got it. Amen. Because we learned it. And like I said, it's a process. Can you tell the people that it's not an overnight thing? That it's a process, not. Man.
Of course not. I mean, anybody who believes that is out their mind. You know, you just have to be committed to what you do, man. You know, it's you have to be committed.
But what is the first thing, man? You decide.
You decide.
That's the first thing you do is the decision.
You make a decision.
And after
that's right.
that, you gotta execute, man.
Yeah, you have to decide. You have to make a daily decision.
I think that's
you have to decide, and you have to decide daily. That's the next thing. That's the toughest part. It's easy to make one decision, but you have to decide daily.
Daily, yeah.
You know, so you have to be so obsessed with your mission.
It's a Grant Cardone said, man.
Yeah, you have to be obsessed.
Average.
You have to be obsessed with your mission that nothing else matters. You know, so when you can reach that place, you can take it to the next level. So anybody, you know, I was telling a guy today who was having problems. He's a gospel artist. He was having problems selling his products. And I told him, I said, one of the reasons you're not selling is because you're approaching it as an experiment. I said, long as you keep approaching it as an experiment, you ain't going to sell.
That's how I was stuck to it.
Yeah, you gotta be committed whether it works today or don't work. It's not an experiment. You know, so once you can overcome that portion of it, you good.
Oh yeah.
You good. That's the tough part.
And that's the beauty of it. When you go out there and you kind of experiment it and you're like, oh man, I'm ready to sell.
Yeah.
I know how to do it. I know how to start and do it. I know how to finish it. So why not do it?
Yeah.
So why stopping you? Don't let nothing stop you, man. Go ahead. Start it today. Write notes. Whatever you got to do, write it. Because you ain't going to, the mind, we think that we're going to remember things. But no, man.
Nah, it's not.
You got to write stuff down. Because I hated writing stuff, JJ.
Yeah.
And my mom told me once, no, man. You got to write everything down.
You can't trust your mind.
You can't trust your mind. You may have so many ideas. And the next day you wake up, damn, that idea.
That's why the Bible said, write the vision down, make it plain.
Vision down.
Write the vision. You got to write it.
Oh man, this question I forgot to ask. So how did the TV, the JJ TV one that you have there, how did it come up to it?
Thou Shalt Prosper TV?
Yeah, man, here you go. Because I wanted to know that, man.
Again, I was in TV. I was on TV before social media existed. Okay, so the video stuff wasn't, it's not new for me, thank God. But I always knew I was going to have my own, you know, online show. I was on TV 7 days a week on Channel 15. From 2015 to 2017. But I always knew I was going to do that. And I finally learned the production side of it. And that's what kind of helped me produce my own content. So basically that's what happened, you know. I was pursuing it since 2008. I didn't officially launch to 2014. And that's because, and I talk about that in my second book, because I didn't understand the technical side. I didn't know how to produce it. I didn't know how to record it, dump it in a laptop, chop it up, produce it, post it. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to do the editing. So my vision was on hold because I lacked the skill. So when I learned the skill, developed the skill, I was able to produce my vision. Other than that, my vision would still be on the inside of me. So that's basically what happened. It wasn't a miracle. I've been involved in media since 2006.
MySpace.
Yeah. So I got videos online when I had long dreads and all kind of stuff.
Oh, I gotta see that.
Yeah. It's on there. I send you a link. It's on YouTube, man. And if you see the date that it was uploaded, I'm gonna say it was like between 06 and 07. From back then.
Then the time when the economy, you know.
Yeah, it was around that time, 2008. So that's what happened. So I took the same gift, put it in a different arena. Because back then I was interviewing, it was a hip hop show. I was interviewing rappers and stuff like that. And then I just switched it to what I'm doing now, because then I stopped rapping as well. So it's just me doing what I'm doing now, bro. I knew this was for me. I knew God had called me to have my own production, but I had to develop the skill. So that's what happened.
Man, before we finish, I got, the last, not a question, but I want, for you to tell the audience, your audience, and my audience out there, what can you tell them a little bit about if anybody's out there, you know, in the edge? They're in the edge, you know, just like me and you right here, and we're on a mountain, and we're on the edge, and we are like, damn, should I jump? Or why haven't I jumped? And you have a lot of questions about it. And then the few of them that we jumped and is halfway bumping and getting scratched and getting hurt, and you're like, man, I want to quit. I don't even know why I jumped. I should have stayed in my job, the 9 to 5, 7 to 3, whatever it is, you know?
Yeah.
Why did I jump? Why did I listen to other people and start something that it wasn't for me because other people told me? So what can you tell the audience that if you're in that edge and you don't know if you should jump or not, what should you do? Should you find a mentor? Should you ask questions? I mean, we already know the answer, but what can we tell the audience that they can do if they're in the edge? Because, I mean, there's so many answers, too.
Yeah, correct. There's so many answers. One thing I would say, man, is that you got to figure out what you want. And then you got to ask yourself, do you want it bad enough? You know, because a lot of people, you know, unfortunately, in today's time, the entrepreneurship thing is so popular. You know, and people just want it because it's trending, and that's very unfortunate. You know, so most of those people, they have adopted other people's beliefs. So when you live your life and you adopt other people's belief, you don't even have your own belief. So for an example, like me, I was doing YouTube. I mean, not YouTube. I was doing videos before YouTube was what it is today. So now that people see me doing what I'm doing now, and I don't really be tripping on it, they might think I'm following a trend, but I'm not. You know, but the thing about it, back to the person that's on the edge, you know, you got to ask yourself, man, you know, do you really want it? You know, and then you got to ask yourself this question: can you live without it? You know, I had to come to that conclusion in 2014. I had to ask myself, can I live without me accomplishing what it is I'm trying to live without, what I'm trying to live with? And I remember I had no production. I was paying all kind of people to produce my videos for me. And I remember I heard Mark Zuckerberg say something that really helped me tremendously. He was like, you know, when we launched Facebook, he was like, they had other people that had more money than us. They had more engineering power than us. They had more servers. They had more everything. He said, it just mattered to us. It mattered more. And I heard that, and that helped me, because what I'm doing now, it matters to me. Like, it means a lot to me when somebody inbox me and tell me that my book helped them, or my video, whatever the case is, you know?
Brings that in the heart, right?
Yeah. So it mattered. So I did it even when it wasn't cute. You know, when it wasn't sexy, when my videos was crap. I still did it. You know, regardless of the presentation, which is important, but it just mattered. My message to me mattered, that I had to get it out there. Okay, so if you're trying to do whatever it is you're trying to do, man, you just have to get it done, regardless of how sexy it looked today. You know, Grant Cardone has told me this. He said, commit first, figure the rest out later.
Heard that?
Okay, commit first, figure the rest out later. You understand? Yeah. So that's how I'm rocking.
He's right, man. Commit first and figure it out later. That's because right. It's a lot of us are like, man, should I start? Should I not? I mean, I need this expensive computer. I need an expensive. Yeah. Man, no, man. To do a podcast, to do a show, whatever you need to start, man, just go to Amazon, find the cheapest microphone, just like this one, what, $15, and little tripod. You waste what, about $100, and you're ready to go. You don't need to be spending $5,000. You build up to that part when you build in the connections, and when you build in your community, and then you see that they're following you, and then you see that you're selling this and that, whatever you at there selling, then you'll be like, okay, now it's time for me to invest on something better. That's right. But now because you're putting in that work. But now don't be afraid of not to wait and say, oh man, I gotta wait because it's the end of the year. I'm gonna wait for January and pray for something. No, hell no, you don't need to wait for nothing, man. You can start now. But that's how people are. I used to be in that section. Oh man, January, I got a resolution and this. Damn, freaking 10 years passed, and I was like, damn, I ain't doing nothing. I'm still in the same, and I'm asking for the same thing. I'm like, nah, man. Right. The resolution is like, it's something that you can do every day. You don't gotta wait for the next year and say, oh, this is my year. Hell no, it ain't gonna be your year. You said the last year. Do you do something? Hell no.
That's right. I agree.
Yeah. Oh man. Before we even finish, I just want you to tell the audience where they can follow you. And I know definitely, like I said, we will have something, another interview or something again, an event or something. I'm telling you, this is not the last time we're gonna meet.
Man, first of all, I want to say if you buy 2 books today for $45, you're going to win a free coaching session with me. You get this book right here, Principal Participation Promise. And this book right here, man, Become a 21st Century Entrepreneur. This is the greatest book written in the last 200 years on entrepreneurship. Woo. Guarantee. Okay, so you can just follow me on the gram. Follow me on Instagram, man. JJ Simmons Fire. You know, so if you want the book, please message, put a comment in this video, say me. And I'm going to go back at the end of the video and I'm going to search you and I'm going to reach out to you and you can make your purchase and we can get the process started. You know, so follow me on the gram. My Instagram be popping. My Instagram stories be on fire.
Hey, he's not lying. So follow him. And I mean, it was amazing. And thank you very much for for this interview. And like I said, man, it's not going to be the last. And I mean, thank you for the sponsors, for Valentas Coffee and Jiva Coffee. Thank you guys for sponsoring the show, my show, the Jesus Ortiz Diary Show, Teaching for Success. And I'm just proud. I'm just proud to be here and proud of. Hey, I know you hear her in the back, but man, she's an amazing. Yeah, I love her. Amazing. He just met her and said, I love her. And I love her too, man. It's the connection, the mindset that we run here, and we then gonna make it, man. You gotta look for us, man. We're gonna ride all day long. Absolutely. Man, thank you guys for this day. Thank you guys again for this amazing interview. Man, I love it. So you'll see us again, the 3 of us together. Just watch for us, man. The Zapata Group, JJ Simmons, and Jesus Ortiz at Geraldine Media. You have a nice night. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
No, I had an important call. I had to take it. Oh, commit first and figure it out later. I heard that like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That was amazing. And you all that stuff, you don't forget that stuff.
Yeah, commit first,
So you don't forget it out later. And it's